But apparently memes are now a tool of white supremacy, just like everything else these days. That's according to CNN. Whites sharing memes with black people in them is racist. Because if there's one thing racists love, it's looking at black people. CNN calls it digital blackface. It's sad. Where there isn't racism, CNN just has to invent it.
So
if you accidentally sent one of a black person, you're apparently a racist.
did black people ask for this? Like, that's what I want to know.
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
They
exactly.
didn't.
So, like, what is CNN doing? What is CNN doing? Look, those research papers that academics do and those conversations that the academics have in their faculty lounges, they should stay there.
So CNN is being called out by the left and the right for saying that if you're a white person and you use a meme with a black person on it, you're racist. So CNN has done this article, what is digital blackface? And why is it wrong for white people to use it? Now, CNN is probably one of the worst media organizations out there today. They are steeped in both fake news and misinformation. And if I was to now go through the list of all the fake news stories and fake headlines that they put out, we would be here for hours. I could talk about Rittenhouse. I can talk about the U.S. soccer team. I can go on and on and on with the lies and the mistruths they put forward. But now CNN wants to continue to perpetrate this identity politics and essentially show their hand. They want to play identity politics. And it's refreshing to see both the left wing and right wing gather together and say, enough's enough. You're being ridiculous. So let's look through this article.
Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So the article goes on about Tyra Banks memes, Michael Jordan memes, RuPaul memes. And if you're black and you've shared such images, you get a pass. But if you're white, you may be inadvertently perpetrating one of the most insidious forms of contemporary racism. You may be wearing digital blackface. This article is ridiculous. It was written by this guy, John Blake. This is horrible. Digital blackface is the practice where white people co-opt online expressions of black imagery, slang, catchphrases, or culture to convey comic relief or express emotion. So here's the Tyra Banks one. Here's the RuPaul one. Here's this Hold My Wig one. Here's the Sweet Brown one again. So that essentially is it. What CNN is saying is that if you're white and you've done this, right, you are essentially a racist. All right, let's think this through. So if you're white and you use a meme of a black person, you're racist. But if you're black and you use a meme of a white person, does that mean that you're also racist? But if a black person like me uses a meme of an Asian person or a Hispanic person, am I racist against them? This way of thinking just spirals into nonsense. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, why would CNN write an article like this where everyone is calling it out for being ridiculous, right? The left, the right, the middle, everyone. Well, that's because CNN is having a problem. As Forbes reports, CNN hits 10-year low ratings as Fox News glides to victory in cable news ratings. So CNN ratings have been tanking. Their morning show is tanking, everything is tanking. So this was a way to get clicks and views, right? This is a way that CNN can then go on and say, hey, look, we are, doing something to get some money. Look at this. February marked CNN's lowest rated month in a decade, with the network's primetime lineup dropping 42% among viewers 25 to 54. The key demographic, wow, they are dropping like a rock. CNN drew an average primetime audience of 122,000 viewers, and the key demo compared to Fox News Channel, 299,000 viewers. Even Fox is down 33%. MSNBC was third with 119,000 viewers, down 15%. Among total viewers, Fox News dominated the prime time with a 2.262 million viewers, followed by MSNBC, and CNN was last. CNN didn't even break 1 million. So they need something to get people talking about CNN. See, we're doing this video talking about CNN because they need clickbait. So how do they bring clickbait? They say every white person in America is essentially racist. Now, here is how both the left, the right responded to this madness. Check it out.
People are afraid to have conversations with each other.
And again, here we go again, two different issues here. One is it ruins the national dialogue. We get scared to talk to one another and we go into our separate corners. It's awful for the country, right? Secondarily, politically, it's a disaster for the left. So if people think that the left is pushing this, oh my God, because every white person in the country has done this. So they're gonna be like, wait, now all of a sudden I'm a racist because I sent a Michael Jordan meme or a Tyra Banks meme? Wait, and am I only supposed to send white people memes? Isn't that also weirdly racist? If I refuse to send any memes with black people in it? Okay, like, are we all supposed to meme and GIF based on our own race and only our own race?
Can we just
This is
live?
mental, okay? But the good news is on this one, it's not actually from the left. Like, you can tell because the extreme left has been really pissed at us for a couple of transgressions, right? But on this one, I haven't seen anybody take ownership of it. They're like, nope, not us, not us.
In fact,
this is really dumb.
When CNN tweeted this article out over the weekend, it got ratioed and it got ratioed hard. And I gotta be honest, it was nice to see that.
Ads, put simply, digital blackface is 21st century minstrelsy. Minstrelsy. That's how it's spelled. To which I can only respond with this. That's right, I just committed digital blackface. I doubt it's worse than the traditional liberal version of blackface. Racial separatists like to say things like, my culture is not your costume, as if culture is something to be hoarded instead of shared. But there are, oddly enough, exceptions, like when Dylan Mulvaney, a male, or once a male, co-opts an entire gender, mocking it with girly stereotypes, and still lands an interview with our senile president. Poor Joe Biden, he probably thought Audrey Hepburn needed a shave. But again, I don't care. We're not in a division. That's bigotry, especially since the same people saying that you shouldn't enjoy other cultures are the same ones who complain that if you leave out minorities, you're erasing them. Sorry, this is America, and you're free to participate in our rich, diverse culture in its entirety. That's the whole damn point of this place. You can use any meme you want. You can sing any song you want.
So it seems like CNN has accomplished the impossible. It's got the Young Turks and it's got Fox News agreeing that CNN is stupid for saying this. And this is not a problem. And you know what? The one great thing about this story, I don't care how many views the story gets, but the one great thing I like about this story is it shows that there's a line where if you're on the far left or even on the far right, we understand when we're trying to be played. And CNN is trying to play us. And they're trying to play us because they need the revenue. They need the money. They need the clicks and views. They're failing. So what do? They go right to identity politics. And they go right to telling black people you should be offended if a white person sends a popular meme out. But then when white people stop sending memes of black people out, they're going to say those same white people are racist because they're not sending memes of black people, only white people. Just imagine that. Just imagine if white people are making movies about black people. Then they say, oh, you can't make movies about black people because you're taking over their culture. You're appropriating their culture. So then white people stop making movies about black people. And then their argument is going to be, well, why aren't you making movies about black people? And you're like, well, because you just told me not to. So is it okay now? Is it not okay? No one knows the rules. But now, as you can see, this is not a problem with anyone. This is just CNN trying to play everyone, just like they did with U.S. soccer. And for those of you who don't know how they played us with U.S. soccer, with the U.S. women's soccer team, it was found out through evidence in the court of law that the women's team was actually being paid more than the men's team. The case was nonsense. With Kyle Rittenhouse, the same exact thing. This is not news, people. This is a company trying to push an agenda. And it doesn't care if there are race riots and if we have racial harmony. They just care about getting a check. Let me know where I'm wrong in the comment section. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.